another question to Honorable Nsereko. Now, the people in the comment section,
no, please don't worry about them. Do not worry about them.
No, they need to be respectful.
Dias, leave
this
them.
Is a respectful
No, Dias, leave them.
I want us to.
There are 8 people. If I posed a question here and said, how many of you agree with our discussion, type the word yes, you realize that there are more other people that are willing to listen other than the 8 that are typing continuously.
Honorable Nsereko, this platform is a respectable platform, and I want us to have a mature discussion. I mean, because Dr. Nico is
I think it's okay.
You can see that there are those that are enjoying the discussion and they are typing yes.
Chairman Rubega, kindly allow me to react.
Are insulting. Do not make the discussion bad.
Kindly allow me to react to Honorable Nsereko. Honorable Nsereko.
You can react to his submission. Yeah.
You know, Honorable Nsereko, we are in a dictatorship. The National Unity Platform, however, is a democratic party. We are allowed to have disagreements. We are allowed to say that we think someone is lying without consequences. But when you say the same thing in the NRM,
Dr. Nico,
drone will come
Dr. Nico,
and
just sorry, I didn't hear.
And you will be picked up.
Dr.
I can
Nico,
also say that I
sorry,
don't
Dr.
agree
Nico, I
with,
didn't hear properly.
No, but I think this is very important, Honorable Nsereko, because you, and read the comments please, you are considered to be NRM light. You call yourself opposition, but you are not. You are simply executing the interest of the dictatorship. Everybody in Uganda knows that very well. That is the reason why you submitted that Computer Misuse Act, right? So, the party that you support, the NRM, is responsible for torture. Those are the real crimes, right? If Alex Waiswa did anything illegal, then let him be arrested for that. But he is not. He is being arrested for illegal drilling on a day that he wasn't even present. And I want to make very clear, I love Alex Waiswa because just like me, he tells it like it is. That doesn't mean that he is always right. So we know now that Segrinya has died.
You're ranting instead of making your point.
You say so. I don't allow you, Honorable Nsereko, to abuse Alex Waiswa to make a point against Honorable Segrinya. Both are heroes for me.
Please,
Mohamed Segrinya and
you
Alex
finish
Waiswa.
your submission. You said that you as an individual, are you speaking as a Ugandan or someone who supports Ugandans abroad?
Because I want to be Ugandan, but I don't know if with the sovereignty bill I'll be allowed.
So, one thing you must understand in one way or another, we thank you for having emotional support for Ugandans, wherever you are, just like any other people. But I think you must respect the sovereignty of our nation and what we believe in. Do I believe that there are those people that are here that have contrary view to what I say? Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So do I also believe that there are those that agree with me? Yes, absolutely. There are very many that agree with me.
Honorable Nsereko, there was a reason that you withdrew from the Kampala Central race because you knew you wouldn't stand a chance against David
You have to go quiet when someone else is
Dr. Nico, first give him a chance to submit on what you say. He wants to give his side, and then you will ask him one more.
I'm not here for you to lecture me. I'm here to listen to you and I respond.
Before we give one.
So you said...
You can respond to what he said.
Absolutely. Dr. Nico says people have been rounded up for illegal drilling. Yes, I absolutely accept. Are there many people in Uganda that have been rounded up? For you to try to label me and say, oh, you're NRM. No, I'm the president of the Ecological Party. I hope that gets into your mind and sinks in very well. For me, merely not supporting Bobi Wine does not mean that I do not belong to those that oppose government. I oppose it differently. You're a member of the National Unity Platform, who is on their platform that is in the Netherlands. You have the right to speak and rant in such a way because you have to give a pass to your party. What I put forward were facts. Did Alex Waiswa Mufumbira say that Segirinya was pretending? The answer is yes. Is he the deputy spokesperson of the party? The answer is yes. You've not denounced that, and you're here telling me that Alex Waiswa Mufumbira was picked up. It's a known fact. But equally, I have a friend like Sauda Madada who I represent with instructions from her, who was picked up for illegal drilling. And I have to represent her as a lawyer in the courts of law to see that she's granted bail or that she's freed. Did I vote for her? Yes, I voted for her. Did she stand as independent? Absolutely yes. Do you have the right to belong to any political party? You have all the right, Mr. Nico, to support any candidate in Uganda, regardless of the fact that your vote doesn't matter in this country because you do not actually vote, but you have a voice.
No one has a vote in Uganda.
You don't have a vote. In any case, you don't. Whether mine is remotely there or not there, I don't look at you put down my country in that name because I don't do it to your country, Netherlands. In as much as I have very many disagreements with the Dutch people and their support for Israel, and they are being supportive of a genocide in Gaza, and they are being sending arms and being used to send arms. They are used in manufacturing of drones that are killing people, including bombs. But I do not attack your country as such, as a country of killers, or those that are aiding and abetting a genocide in Gaza. And this you know. You're a Dutch citizen.
Because we agree on that. There's a genocide taking place in Gaza. And you know what is said? Those arms are first used against Palestinians, and then they are sent to Uganda to be used by Muhoozi against Uganda.
And it's being perpetrated by your own country and your own government. Aren't you ashamed of that as well?
It is. You know, it's very sad that my government even supports genocidal regimes, the one in Israel and the one in Uganda.
Yes, there you go. So before you even attend to what's happening in Uganda, first attend to what's happening in your government. Try to stand. Have the spine to stand in your own country and tell them that now I'm standing against you.
Very important difference.
No, you have the chance to change what happens in your country before you think you can change what happens in my country.
2 weeks ago, I voted, and my vote counted.
No, do stand up.
Members, we go back to
the era that everyone will step forward just because he has a white color and try to impose supremacy and superiority of the brain over us Africans is over. I can tell you, you have a lot to change in your own country, whether it's local governance policies, whether it's policies on healthcare, whether it's about transport, whether it's about Israel. So do it the same way. Stand and acquire power in your own country and influence the decisions in Uganda.
Well, first of all, Honorable, I will choose the things I fight for. Chairman Lubega, I really appreciate it that the Honorable was talking about the fact that white people need to take a step back, because I agree with him, right? Africa is suffering under neo-colonialism. The thing is that your master, Museveni, is a puppet.
No, you're colonizers. Whatever you're doing by your actions now, you're exposing your neo-colonialism. You think you have the moral rights to stand in another country.
Honorable.
No, I don't mind the comments because very many of my African people, I can ask how many Ugandans agree with me to type
and I'm telling you, Honorable,
the Ugandans,
if I would run against you in Kampala, I would defeat you.
Just a second, the Ugandans that agree with me that the arrogance of Dr. Nico and the white supremacists to think they can influence policy in Africa is long gone. Type the word yes. There are very many. Why do you think everyone here is supportive of you? There are those that agree with you. There are those that agree with me. And you're arrogant to think that you said you can come and stand in Kampala. Please, you're welcome.
Yes, please, how many votes did your party have in the elections?
No, you see, that's not the issue, my brother. That's not the issue. The votes that my party had is not the chest thumping for you. And that is why you're justifying the sovereignty, the Protection of Sovereignty Act. Because of your arrogance, you think you can come and impose on Ugandans what you wish for. Ugandans, we have a reservation.
Nsereko,
For example,
let us go back to the
Dr.
discussion.
Nico, we have a reservation about gay people in Uganda. You do not have that, but we respect you. Do not tell us how we will run our nation. You have
Who
all the
is
chance.
we? You mean Museveni and his family?
We
You are
are
part of that
Ugandans.
group.
No, the
You are
arrogance.
colonizing
It is
Uganda,
fine, but
Honorable.
the arrogance for you to think that it's the same wave
People
of
power,
colonialism,
our power.
where a white man will come and just state something and tell us what to do, I can tell you is wrong. Over my brain, not in my brain. Please,
One
mobilize a
last
few
question from Dr.
white
Nico
people
to
there and tell them to
Honorable
stop
Mohamed Nsereko
throwing bombs
before I bring
in
in more
Israel
people.
and committing genocide, whatever they are committing, and even racially segregating African and black people. Do you know what you did in Suriname? I'm telling you your own history. No, this man is a
let us
Dutch.
come back to the
Listen,
basis
Dias,
of Uganda. Let us
abazungu
come
bano bwe
back
bunta abagambe bajja kulowooza nti buli muddugavu ayina low IQ. Do you know what you did in Suriname? Do you know how many people you guys from the Dutch East India Company and West India Company did to humiliate, annihilate, steal, use them in slavery? Do you know the ships and the shipping industry that built your country was
We
based on
agree,
the blood
Honorable.
of the slaves?
I agree.
Honorable Nsereko, let us come back to the discussion.
Well, let's
So
Honorable
he has
continue.
no
I like
right.
what he's saying.
Dr. Nico,
Let us discuss
listen,
Uganda. Let us discuss Uganda.
I will discuss his country as well if he discusses mine. Why do you think he has the moral right to discuss my country and I cannot discuss his? You think we are beggars from his country?
Yeah, we can discuss
Last
my
question
country.
from Dr.
I
Nico.
agree with most
Let
what
me give-
Honorable is saying.
Do
But the nice
you
thing,
ag-
Honorable,
do you
at least
agree?
my
Do
country
you
is
agree that the
democratic.
wealth you talk about in your country was done by slaves who were moved from Africa and others? All the money that you perpetrated in the 1800s, the shipbuilding industry that you used to thrive up to date, were from the slaves in Suriname? Why don't you change this? Why did your country not vote in the recent General Assembly in the UN that slavery was the most heinous crime that was committed when your
I
country was
agree.
the transport of all slaves?
I agree, Honorable.
So,
it's because of the Israeli lobby.
Before you think about Uganda, try to change your country.
But Honorable, you're trying
Dr.
to
Nico,
create
Dr. Nico,
a
ask
false
one more
sense
last
of conflict.
question
which
I'm
is
not.
there.
before
We
we
agree
close.
on this.
I'm not. You, in your country, which party do you belong to?
So I have
No, you
voted for
belong to
the
a party in my
anti-racism
country.
party.
In your country, what party do you belong to?
So I have voted for the anti-racism party.
What party? What is the name of your party? You're a leader in a party in Uganda where you're not a citizen. In your country, are you a leader of any political party?
No.
Why? You're much more interested in Uganda than your country.
Yes, I find Uganda very interesting, Honorable.
I find that silly.
yeah,
and I don't think any sensible Ugandan will fall for that.
You know,
trick
I find Uganda
that you-
so interesting that just
that
one
you
man
find Uganda, that
can
you
decide
find Uganda
everything
your heart.
in a country.
No. Let me tell you, we will never again. For us that went
But
through.
Honorable, are you aware that I have a Ugandan baby? So I think I have the right to say something about Uganda.
Listen, you have a Ugandan baby, you have the right, absolutely. No one says you don't have the right. But I'm telling you that Ugandan baby is still Dutch as well. Do you understand that? So,
Yes.
so just a second.
Honorable
Don't you think that
Nsereko,
it's also
Honorable
important
Nsereko, and-
that you protect that Ugandan baby's rights in the Dutch land?
Honorable
In both
Nsereko
countries.
and Dr. Nico, now a moment, please. The discussion has gone wild.
He went
Now
high.
listen to me.
If he wants to go that
Dr.
way, we
Nico,
go low. If
Dr.
he wants
Nico,
to go high, we
Dr.
go
Nico
high.
Dr. Nico has a Ugandan baby. And this is where we come back to the sovereignty